There's that passageway that's looking right out the window and the canopy of that alley. And it matters, boy, it matters. What we're thinking, what we're saying, and what we're doing. Oh, man, does it matter. Man himself carries his own limitations, restrictions, and boundaries. Furthermore, he polices himself and others by saying, telling, and proclaiming. As he goes through the day, if he hasn't woken already, he speaks into manifestation his own demise. The tongue is the double-edged sword. If what he utters is so creative, is it not of greatest relevance to gain control, grip on his speaking? Jesus or issue, he spoke of the double-edged nature of the tongue and the harm or creative power it has. Straighten up, be strong. You are not alone. Ever. Be now he, that man, the King's Son, the Holy Spirit. However you look at it, whether it's today, now, we are making it now. Realize it, own it, and be it, and only it. We have come to a place that we can savor and rejoice in. We are so better than okay if we just take a look at it. We must support, encourage, honor, help, promote, and love each other. Life, that's what that says. Here's something that was just kind of had a little fun to it. No vibe busters or joy crushers, party poopers, fun thieves, happy haters, passion pluckers, chill chasers, smile smokers, friend fakers, buddy bashers, grooving gapers. Anyway, you get the picture. Breaking the bondage unto our home, the homeless, cover the nakedness, feel for these people, bread from a high, like break forth like morning, call on him. He answers, give of the self, satisfy soul in drought. Ye shall be like a watered garden. Raise up the foundations of the generations. It's up to us. I mean, if anything happens, it's up to us. We make it happen. You know that saying of be the change that you want to see. Unless we be it, we're not entitled to have it, right? Keeping the mind clean, whole, and healthy. Each man exhibits his thoughts through projected or a physical body in his energetic field, electromagnetically. One aware can read others very easily and accurately as his field recognizes the others immediately. Shutting down his reaction side, he is then able to read this dimension with ease. I've said that a bunch of times, but I've heard it a lot better. It wasn't my necessarily my idea, but the truth is on every man. Every man, woman, and child. You can walk upon them, and you can see their truth if you can feel it. If you're not, if you're not into the always reacting to stuff, and more feeling it, and we can be open to that. We have these capabilities. We all do. It's just something to have in mind, because it's a gift you already have, and it's just using it. It's like going through knife and having a pocket knife in your pocket and not using it. Well, there's so many times where you could sharpen that pencil, or cut a steak, or do what you need to with that. So if we don't use the tools that we inherently have, um, it's just the recognition of them. It's like a gift, and make life easier and better. Might as well use it. It's like figuring out you can smell with your nose, and you're never using it before, but now, oh wow, the pie smells great. And also things that smell bad, well, that's keep us out of danger. We know something is bad or wrong, or so it's just using our tools, and we have tools like that. the tool of what do they call it? Discerning the the ability, discernment. And when a man walks up to you and he's a real fast talker, he's charismatic or whatever, you need to be able to, it's advantageous or profitable for a man to be able to see through that and not just to buy into the words or the gestures or what you see, because that can all be fooled like real easy. And it's best to be able to see through it and know the truth. Know whether you're going to bring this man in your home or like, that guy ain't getting near my kids. So it's being able to see that. None of these, I wouldn't suggest that anything be used for your benefit over another, brother or sister, for sure. Um, these are what keep us safe from, the outside. um, we start using those kind of things for nefarious reasons, and we might as well be, you know, you might as well be the monster yourself. If that's the case. I was doing some thinking, and I had done this one was a project upgrade. Unto my higher self I do now appeal. O you, my highest inner self, respond to me. Uniting now together for our best interest physically, spiritually, and responsibly. It's like, everybody's got their own plan, their own method, their own way. And, we're talking about, right now, knowing thyself, figuring out who we really are and what makes us react, what gets under our skin. And, there's that saying that goes that if we try to fix something with the same form of mind we messed it up with, or the same consciousness, we don't get anywhere. So, it may seem like woo woo, to draw something up like that, or to put some stickies or self notes up. But if a person is actually, if you're actually, your intention is to go and figure out who you are, make some changes with your self, um, it is a real good thing to do it, out of the box, out of the norm. Step out of the norm and try something new, and its effect has on. One of the things that amazed me was the best time to get something in your subconscious thinking is right when you're falling asleep or right when you're waking up. There's been a lot of study on that. Well, there's this guy, I can't remember for sure at the moment what his name was, that he would, he was under the idea that we have access to all answers within ourselves if we know how to access it, right? Some people call it, the Hall of Records. There's many names, the Akashic records and stuff like that, or universe, or some would say that's God, but anyway. So and it's not coincidental that they flash things, on the TV and stuff at certain times. They know about when you're most programmable. That's been well studied. But anyhow, so this guy, he would want to learn certain things, so he put it in effect, and he had done a lot of architectural stuff. And when he'd run into a problem with design, because he was kind of on the cutting edge of design as far as the people and building methods of the time go. Well, he would have a wooden bowl sitting beside him, and he would, when he knew he was getting sleepy, he'd sit in his favorite chair, and he'd have marbles in his hand, right? And he would hold them over this wooden bowl, relaxed. He's leaning back, he's like reclined and resting. Okay, and as soon as so he had this program with, as soon as that bowl hits the floor, it turns on the recording telling him something, right? So it's the most programmable part. Well, I'm not going to get into that real deep, but what I'm saying is that method and that particular place, we can actually program ourselves. There's techniques in a way, and this particular one, So the concept behind it is merely getting in that state, and I'm not sure which one, so I don't want to say what theta, beta, which one it is exactly, but so as soon as that marble hits the bowl, and that happens to be right where he's transitioning into sleep and relaxed, and his hand lets go of that marble. Well, it hits the bowl and puts him in that place. Well, that's his most, his best receptive state as far as getting things to your self-conscious go. But I went into looking at that, on a different level, and it's amazing how well some of that can work. So there's so much hope for us, technically, spiritually, elementary, and it all is outside of the box of the norm that we involve ourselves. And so, obviously, I'm just saying that only looking at things from another perspective are we going to make any change or progress at all. All right. Thanks.